Hello everyone and welcome to another squishy video. Today's will be very special in the sense that it's huge and all of this was bought through Suruga-Ya as well as Amazon Japan using FromJapan as a forwarder. They've recently removed their consolidation fee, which means all you really pay is their 300 yen forwarding fee unless you want insurance and stuff. So assuming you play your cards right, that comes out to be very cheap, so I stocked up on a couple of squishies and stuff from Suruga-Ya. This is just the combined haul of pure squishies. There are some anime goods that I will put aside for a different video, so for now, it's just squishies. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first I would like to show y'all are these Sanrio Bread squishies. They're actually much bigger than I expected them to be, which is really cool. And I can see why they're so expensive now. Now, these are really rare. A lot of people have been selling them for twice their price because they sold out super fast. I managed to snag these on Amazon Japan. Unfortunately, they did not have Pom Pom Purin in stock. He was probably the most popular one as he sold out everywhere I could find him. So let's take a look at the little penguin guy first. I forget his name, I'm awful. I think it's Chigiri, I'm probably wrong, but so here is the lineup on the tag. Very big tag, but also customized to each character. Here is the squishy itself. It's very cute. It has molded legs. So I know they're making another series for this with Gudetama and little twin stars, but it's just the flat bread. They don't have the indentations of legs or anything, or the hat. And these are quite squishy. Next we have Cinema Roll, and here is her tag, or his tag. I'm not actually sure what it is. These are actually pretty squishy, and what's really funny is that, so they have licensing on the back, but they have the details of the characters on their back too. So next we have Pochako, or Pochako. His tag is really cute as well, same thing on the back. I like the way he is designed because he has so many details, like with his ears and legs, little feet, arms, and the tail at the back. Sorry about the dogs barking, they would not stop, so I had to keep going. Otherwise I'd never get this filmed. To check the quality, I'm going to open the penguin. So here he is in all his glory. He's super cute, and the back is textured to look like real bread. He has a little excess foam there, I'm assuming. I was not expecting these to be this large. Usually Sanrio Squishies are on the smaller side and very dense. So this is really exciting because I'm excited to see more squishies by Sanrio. And I like how this would definitely be a good squishy to have for stress, I would think, because of the shape, and even it's pretty thick but also gives a chance to make it flat, and there's something about flattening up a squishy that's just so satisfying. Focus camera. And then there's the licensing in the back. It says 7917 Sanrio. It's so cute. And they just smell like plastic. They're not scented or anything, but the smell is not strong at all, so that's really good. Highly recommend it if you can find them. I know some stores may have these in stock. Pom Pom Purin is just gone. There's no way you can find him unless Sanrio decides to re-release these for a second run. The next squishy that I have, or I got from Suruga-Ya. Now here's where my problem came. I actually pre-ordered most of them, of the Halloween Sammys Squishies, or yes, the Halloween party squishies by, who is this by? Sonys Kitchen. So I actually pre-ordered most of these. I know I pre-ordered the cat heads, 2 of them, as well as the pumpkins, one of the pumpkins. And unfortunately, because I pre-ordered them in addition to some other squishies that are not being released until November or December. I'm not going to get those until until those release. Suruga-Ya will not ship them until those release, so they can ship it all at once. So unfortunately, those did not arrive in time for Halloween, but I did make a second order with these that were already in stock, so I managed to get these in time. Ooh. So there is a lot of air in this one, and it's kind of hard to squish it in the bag. But here's the cute little tag. I absolutely love it. That's what I got. I got one of these pumpkins, I think, 2 of the cat heads, and then a cream puff. So here it says, it's kind of like the Cafe Tian's. It has that acrylic square that says super squishy, and then here's the squishy itself. It's beautiful. I absolutely love the designs of the Halloween squishies this year. It has the dripping all around. It says Sonny's Kitchen. This is the only thing I'm kind of about, because it would be better if the pumpkins were all the way around, and then you could just take pictures of this with just that instead of the really bright white Sonny's Kitchen at the bottom. And then there's the licensing. I did not know this would have the sprinkles of, what is that, beads? Metal beads? It's kind of strange, but in the back. But that's cool. It adds texture, which is good for ASMR. So, ooh. Wow, this one's really full of air. I'm scared to squish it, because remember what happened to that the shake squishy? It popped. Oh man. Ah, no! Beads fell out. Oh no. Okay, this is why I never buy sprinkled squishies. I'm always scared of the beads falling off. I don't know how I'm going to squish this, honestly. There's so much air in it. Come on. Oh gosh, yeah. I'm not going to keep going because I know the paint is going to pop if I try to squish it more. But as you can see, it's a really nice squishy. Well, I think this is cuter as a display piece because you're very conscious as you squish it. It's taking forever to rise, so we'll put that aside and look at a different squishy. Okay, and the other Halloween squishy that I got is this Hello Kitty donut. I'm not exactly sure if this is the regular size of Hello Kitty donuts. It seemed a little small to me. It's about smaller than my hand, actually. And Suruga-Ya always puts their stickers on there. Thankfully, these are easy to remove. I absolutely love this tag though. Look at it. Very theme and festive. Has the Sanrio licensing. So you can rest assured that Suruga-Ya always sells you licensed merchandise. And it looks like they've all made the switch to these longer bags, which is great. They might last a little longer than the previous packaging. So here's the squishy. It feels very light, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this feels kind of cheap. Hello Kitty donuts have always looked pretty sturdy for the most part, and I guess it was the gloss because of the frosting, but this is a matte paint finish and it's just a really solid orange color. So to me it looks a little fake and cheap, but it's amazingly squishy. Look at that. And this is my first Hello Kitty donut. I don't plan to buy many more. I was interested in the orange one last year, but I could not get my hands on it. It sold out before I decided to actually buy it. Not a bad squishy at all. If you like Hello Kitty donuts, definitely get yourself some of these. They're really nice and smooth, soft, and very slow rising. Next we have a similar to the Halloween one, except this is the more regular food themed one. This is the Sonny's Kitchen soft serve ice cream. Is that what this is? And then it has the turquoise ball chain and the super squishy tag. This one does not feel like it has a lot of air in it like the other one, so that squish was pretty easy to do. And I completely forgot about the one with sprinkles. So I already saw a couple of sprinkles fell inside the bag. So again, if you don't like the anxiety of seeing all the sprinkles fall off slowly, then maybe these are not the type for you. But they do make one without sprinkles. It just does not have the red drizzle on it. I take that back. This does have quite a bit of air in it. You can see it expand as I try to squish it. But like the Sonys Kitchen Halloween one, it is very slow rising. I like the color here. It matches my theme. Oh, a couple sprinkles fell off. Oh, that's so nerve-wracking. Let's take that off. So yes, has licensing on the bottom, has NIC. So it's a nice squishy, but it's more of a decoration piece in my opinion, because you just can't, look, there goes another one. You just can't squish this without all the sprinkles falling off. Oh, another one. Oh man. I feel like they should just paint the sprinkles on. But it's really pretty. I definitely think this was worth it. I think on Suruga-Ya these are like $5, so they're really nice. Okay, so next I have a gachapon squishy. I saw a Japanese YouTuber that I watch have these, and they looked really nice for ASMR. So I thought I'd get one since it was so cheap. Come on. I'm always awful with that. Okay. And here we go. So the gacha is J-Dream. Oh, I did not realize that was J-Dream. And they have a lot of different little cake treats. This was not on there. This is the one I wanted, but they didn't have it. I think I got this one? No. Yes, I got this one. And then there's these other ones. This one was chocolate, I believe. The other ones had different flavors. But here is the one I got. It's kind of small. Let me zoom in. Very decorative and pretty. I absolutely love it. It feels, oh, it's so soft. Are you kidding me? These looked really hard, but they're actually soft and squishy. They're hollow. So it looks like, whoa. Man, I should have got more. These feel really fun. Then with all the stuff at the top, what does that say? It says, Happy Anniversary. Oh, that's cute. Interesting. So it feels like the foam, and then they just went around and added the plastic bits. Neat. The next squishy to keep up with the Sonys Cafe, or actually this actually says Sammy the Patissier. Kawaii Super Squishy, and I love the little drawing of him. And it is this drink shake thing. They all have whipped cream, so I immediately think of ice cream. So I believe there were 3 colors of this, blue and red, red and yellow, and then this blue and yellow, or teal and yellow, I suppose, with the chocolate straw. Everything is squishy. It does remind me of that smoothie that I got a while ago, where the paint popped. Whoa. This is much denser though. It's definitely on the slower rising side, but it doesn't look like the formula for this was exactly the same as the other Sammy the Patissier slow rising squishies. This whipped cream in particular is very dense. It feels like sponge. Like dense sponge. This feels different than the top part, so it's squishier, definitely, but I don't know how I feel about this one. I'm not as excited as I was hoping to be, because I do like that they're making drinks, because then you can just stand them up and then make a little display with the foods, which is really cool. But if you really like the design, then it's a very high quality squishy. I don't see this one breaking as easily as some of the softer, more hollow squishies. So the next one we have is Cafe Tian. This was 780 yen, which I think is a little pricey considering the size. This looked much bigger online in the picture, and I do have some issues with it. So it has the typical Cafe Tian chain. Here, I'll take this one out of the packaging. This one was really strange to open because it had an RFID tag or security tag on it, which is weird. They're made of metal, so they're kind of hard to just rip off. I'll have to try and remove that later. But here's the squishy. Now, the first problem that I have with this one is that it looked much lighter on the website or on Cafe Tian's promo pictures. Mainly the waffle. The chocolate part looks exactly the same. It's the waffle part that was painted really dark, so it doesn't look as nice or a nicer contrast with colors as it could have. There's the licensing at the bottom. It's also much smaller than I was expecting, but usually that happens with squishies. I'm always surprised if they're bigger than what I'm expecting. Other than that, this is a really, really squishy product. It's quite, I don't know what to say. You can just look at it. Look at how small that got. It feels like nothing, which can be both a good thing and a bad thing, depending on what you like in a squishy. So yes, it's very hollow. I see some air bubbles. The paint kind of rubbed off on the chocolate a little bit, but other than that, it's really soft and again, exceptionally slow rising. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. I also got one of the Snoopy or Charlie Brown Peanuts mascots. So here's the cute little tag, and it's pretty interesting how they put that in there. So I got the Snoopy head, Suruga-Ya sticker. Gotta take that off. And I believe they had a bunch of different ones for this. They had Snoopy heads. They had the bird. I can't remember his name. But they had his head as well as buns that had different characters, as well as Snoopy and Woodstock. That was his name, Woodstock, on them. And these are made, I don't know who they're made by actually. Classic art, it says. It just has a website to snoopy.co.jp, but it doesn't say if it's by NIC or anything. So this might just be a separate company who decided to go into the squishy market. It definitely does not feel like Cafe Tian or anything, but let me check. And here is the squishy. It has licensing right down there. It says PNTS, which I'm assuming stands for peanuts. And it's pretty squishy. It feels like a pillow. I have not said that about a squishy in a while because it doesn't have the really round top. But this one definitely feels like a pillow, like a memory foam pillow. And the back is textured to look like bread. And it's not scented or anything. This one's nice. I like it. I wonder how the buns they also released feel. And the last two squishies are Mother Garden. I went back to get a couple more of their stuff. They have a lot of cool stuff out. I know they have color changing donuts, which I was gonna get, but the design just wasn't appealing to me. So here is the little cup of rice. It says Sirotan on the bottom by Creative Tokyo. Hopefully you can see that. And to be honest, it's not very squishy. Mother Garden squishies are definitely on the denser side. Well, I wouldn't say that. This is not dense so much as it just is fast to rise, so it's still pretty enjoyable to squish. And they're really cute. And yeah, Mother Garden squishies are more display pieces because they have a lot of cool stuff like boxes and plastic toy displays. But other than that one, I also got this one, which is just the seal in the sitting position. It has the same information on the back. and the Suruga-Ya sticker. The cup of rice felt more like sponge. This one has a softer feeling. You can kind of tell where they made it smoother. And it says Seirochan on the bottom with Creative Tokyo as well, although the Creative Tokyo is a bit fainter. But you can still see it, I think. And I definitely think this one is more enjoyable to squish. My only problem is that it's white. And you know, I have a lot of problems with white squishies. But this one is really fun, and I do recommend this one. It's pretty cute. So it's a good size, I think, for what you're paying. Oops. And if you're a fan of this little guy, which I am, I highly recommend it. And that is my haul for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, like always, I will leave links to these products if I can find them. I'm not sure if the Sanrio Squishies are still available anywhere. In the description, as well as links to any proxies you may use to buy these. Again, I got most of these at Suruga-Ya, and then the rest was Amazon Japan. I highly recommend using a proxy for Amazon Japan because while they do ship internationally, they only ship through EMS, or the most expensive, fastest but expensive shipping option. If you're buying in bulk, having it delivered to a proxy and then having them ship it out to you evens out the cost pretty well. Because I bought so much stuff this time, my shipping cost was actually pretty high, but that was on me. So I highly recommend that you don't get a lot of stuff to the point where it might weigh over 2 pounds, because once it's 2 pounds and they can't fit it into small packet ASL, the cost of shipping really adds up. This time around for me it was $50. But again, I bought way more stuff than this. This is just the squishy part of that package, so don't be me and make sure to divide up your purchases into individual or separate packages. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.